and Tyler Remery. Already moving on. Earlier we saw Heat. Who moves on?
So we had Kyle Cheney and Tanner Faust have gone through, and a couple of other drivers in the other heat race as well. Semi-finals to see another 2 drivers go through, and then these guys will also have an O'Reilly's Auto Parts last chance qualifier, meaning we'll get 10 of the 12 cars through to the final. Earlier you go through, the further up the grid you are. And as you've already seen, when there's like 8, 10 cars on track, you want to be further up the grid. Unless you're Andreas Backer and you put off like the miracle move in turn 1. Insane.
And we absolutely expect calamity, pinatas in that first hairpin, but not the case. Here we go. Let's go racing your semifinal. Race 1.
Jump start, Jared. So that in theory is 2 Joker laps, but we need to just double check exactly what happened. So we'll see if there is a penalty or whether maybe the lights failed. That does happen occasionally. Street Bike Tommy's just outside the window.
He's taunting us.
He's eating
pizza.
Tommy, if you don't come back with fresh pizza for us in a minute, you're not welcome here.
No, just
he's outside the window. He's eating good pizza. I bet you gave some to Travis, didn't you? Look at him.
Yeah, just gloating. His face is all shiny with grease. Speaking of grease, let's see what kind of greasy start we get here. As Scotty Lawrence, Corey Weller, Andy Ives, Tyler Remery, who's moving on, like you said, who is ending up in that O'Reilly Auto Parts LCQ. That is an acronym for Last Chance Qualifier. Beautiful day out here at ERX. It's our first false start we've seen.
Yeah,
even from
it's
Utah.
First one we've seen this season, yeah. So the penalty is an extra Joker lap when the Joker lap is longer, as it is here. We have got a couple of tracks this year where the Joker lap's shorter, so they'll do something different for those. But at the minute, it's an extra Joker lap, so you'd have to go twice. Not a huge penalty when the Joker's nice and short, but all the same, not what you want to do.
So Joker lap is going to be instituted twice, and let's make it official. Who is it? Who actually jumped?
I have no idea. Did we get an official statement on it? We're hearing it's the 714, yeah, so Andy Ives is going to have to Joker twice. So Andy Ives, check out the look for the red car basically heading into the Joker lap twice. Long old wait for these guys to get going. Here we go. 10-second board is up.
All right, a lot of females here in the side-by-sides. We got Corey Weller, and we got 2 females in the next semifinal heat. See if we get a clean start here. Green to go, and there we go. We got a clean start here. So again, we're talking about Andy taking the Joker lap twice. What do we have out front? Looks like the 26. We got Lawrence out front.
Yeah, Scotty Lawrence. I spoke to Scotty yesterday. He's running the cars. Actually, he was running them for Katie Munnings, but Travis was trying them for himself. So one of these race teams that owns a bunch of these cars. The understeer's up at the top corner, though, runs a little bit deep, and Corey Weller nearly gets up the inside. Andy Ives, though, in the red buggy, 2 Jokers, Jared. If you can go through with 2 Jokers, that's regarded as a bit of a hero drive in rallycross. You know, if you do the 2 Jokers and you still go through, everyone's like, yeah, you're cool. So
tick the boxes there.
Yeah.
So let's talk about just the racecraft. You know, we just seen supercars now going to side-by-sides. Horsepower difference, yeah, there's quite a difference. But they have an advantage, the tires.
Yeah, they do. I don't think you're going to see that as much today. You may have seen when they're on the grid, they're quite heavily treaded. You can actually see them while they're driving around. Andy Ives dives in for the first of those 2 Joker laps now. We'll hope to come out still in P3. Going to be close in the background, but yeah, it does hold on. That's a good one. So now going to close down the gap. So they're all on the same Yokohama tyre. It's got a lot of tread. You could look at it and you can imagine it on your van, on the road, or on your 4x4, and it just gives quite good grip when the conditions were really tricky yesterday. The rallycross slick from Yokohama is, by nature of its name, a slick, so it's trickier when the conditions are wet. But today we've got good hard pack, and so really I don't think you'll see so much difference between them. But these are so much fun, Jared. You heard what Tanner said. The entry level for these, the access point is really low, and he means financially.
Yeah, no, it's a great addition. There's, we have kind of these feeder series that are going through. We saw Sierra cars in Utah, and then we have side-by-sides here. We're going to just change it up.
We're just kind of interviewing them, aren't we, really, one by one? What should we do next week? What do you want to do? How about Pro 4 truck? I'll be up for that.
Right.
Kyle the Duke was sending me videos last night of his Pro 4 truck around. He's like, have you ever seen Pro 4 around? I was like, no, I haven't. And he sent me a couple of videos. I was like, yes, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
All right, well, Scotty Lawrence, looks like Corey Weller, the female out there, she just had her fastest lap.
Come on, Corey, get in there. So 1 second behind. Again, if I'm Corey on this lap, Jared, I would definitely go Joker. She's got enough of a gap over Andy behind her, and Andy's still got another Joker to do, don't forget. So I would definitely go Joker on this one, just to split it up from Scotty. Scotty hasn't caved to the pressure, so disappear. And by that, I mean, if you go Joker, they then don't know where you are. And that pressure, I've been told by the drivers, is almost worse than when they're right behind you, because you don't know what they're doing. Are they gaining on you or not?
So Scotty making it look easy, but Corey Weller chomping at the bit. They both, neither, like you said, have taken that Joker lap. Is Corey going to go for the Joker?
Oh, that was clever. That was really clever. So Scotty Lawrence almost dummied into the Joker there. I thought he was going to go in for the lead. If you do that, you make the person behind hesitate. They lose half a second, and they can't get you even if they nail a good lap. To me, it looked like he was going to go, and Corey just went in at the last second. Just made that split.
All right, so Scotty Lawrence will have to hit it here with the white flag out, showing you that it's the last lap. Scotty Lawrence really throwing out that gravel machine gun.
Look at the travel on these things. You can see the struts, the dampers, your coilovers, whatever you want to call them, but they're diagonally from the wheel up to the top of the chassis. They've got something like 20 inches of suspension travel, and that's why they're so good over the jumps and why people like to go out and just hack in the desert in them. They're just good fun.
I'm really impressed with that gap there, as Scotty Lawrence has definitely got a solid lead over Corey Weller. All right, let's see what happens. What goes down 4.2 seconds. I don't think that's enough for Corey to catch up to Lawrence.
Into the Joker now goes Scotty Lawrence. Watch for the background. Where is Corey going to appear in your picture? Just about there and not close enough. So Scotty Lawrence going to take this one. Corey Weller going to get P2. Andy Eves, I'm afraid, with the double Joker, has had to drop a fair way back. I can't actually see Andy out there right now. I think plus a lap, I would consider there's probably been an issue.
Yeah, and there is Tyler stuck out there to dry, and yeah, Andy looks like just parked it over there on the grid. So DNF.